Right, so setting up Cliniko and Rehab My Patient with multiple practitioners in your team. So every practitioner needs to have their own API key. That is a requirement set by Cliniko, and so we must put each practitioner's API key into Rehab My Patient. So the first thing you can do is log in as your administrator account, click My Info, and simply go down and make sure that first of all you can create API keys. Let's just update the user and input the password. Okay, good. Now let's go to user settings and make sure our practitioners can also create an API key. So just click user settings, go to your user and scroll down and allow RMP to create and use API keys. So this now allows your practitioners, so you need to do this process with each of your practitioners. And update user. Okay, there we go. So now both practitioners can use their API keys. Okay, next log into Rehab My Patient and go to the settings. Now you should by now have done the integration. So there's a first part to this video, this is part 2, and you should have done the full integration and set up the integration, but let's just check. Let's go to our Cliniko integration and save the integration here. Okay, so we need to enter the API key for ourselves. So let's just go back to Cliniko and let's enter that API key. Click on My Info and then Manage API Keys. Add an API key. There's my API key. Copy that and paste it into here. Press save. Good. Next, just click on practitioners and here's your practitioner page and click edit. So you edit each practitioner and make sure you input the correct Cliniko API key for that practitioner. Each practitioner needs to create their own API key in Cliniko. We need to get that API key from Cliniko, from the practitioner and into Rehab My Patient. So ask your practitioner to log into Cliniko and you see this, the practitioner login. Go to My Info and Manage API Keys. Let's get the API key. So we're going to add an API key here and we'll just call this RMP. Create API key. There's the API key code. Go back to you need to get this code, you need to ask the practitioner to send this to you or do this with them, and then you go back to RMP and either they can log into RMP and add it, or you can log into RMP and add it. So just go to settings, practitioners, input the Cliniko code, press update, and then your practitioner has got their own API key in there. So it means that everything aligns with the clinicians all going into the right place in Cliniko. Hopefully that makes sense, and thank you very much. And just one final thing, if you're actually using a multi-clinic license, then you can input the API key for your different clinics. Just click the Cliniko API key here, select your clinic, and then put in the API key for the particular clinic. Thank you, have fun.